Well, he always said quality above all else. He felt that that was sort of his theme, his feeling. You never skimp on certain things. You don't go buy cheaper meat or cheaper seasonings because it's not the top of the line, which is what he produces and what he knew how to produce. It's quality above all. Well, from the very beginning, it's been the business. Weekends, summer, when you weren't in school, at the dinner table, you only heard meat.
My grandfather came over from Germany. He was actually a trained butcher, and he was an expert in sausage making.
He just saw a future, like all the immigrants do, right? They cross the water and they feel it's a new home.
He came over before the war, directly to Philadelphia, and he started working in the sausage industry.
Accidentally, he bumped into Mr. Watson, who was a sole smoker of hams. So they got together and started to make lunch meats there, too.
And today, we've grown that company into a national brand and into a deli powerhouse.
Started here when I was 20 years old. Then go to my 21st year. And it's been a great company to work for. And you go in the store and ask for Dietz & Watson. You expect Dietz & Watson, you expect a quality product. And that's what we offer. It sells itself. Small stops, big stops, they're all how we built Dietz & Watson. You feel a part of the company. You're actually somebody. I mean, you go up there, Chris Lewis, and hey, John, how you doing? You know, you're not a number to the company. It's actually, you're a person. And they treat you like part of their family, the Dietz & Watson family.
One of the things I remember best about my grandfather is that he would provoke me into an argument. He was preparing me. He wanted me to think on my own.
Well, my father passed away, then my husband took over. He was a mechanical engineer. I think he did a pretty good job. He kept the business going, and naturally had my sister and myself to help him. And I think we did pretty well, the three of us.
Mom and Dad both worked here, and they'd come home and talk about issues all day long, and we knew all about the business as kids.
It was always intertwined. You know, family, we talked about business. When we were at work, we talked about family. You know, there was no line.
We used to sneak into the refrigerator of the old plant, and we used to steal little cocktail franks while the ladies were packing them.
And then as we were older and teenagers, we'd work on the hot dog line, packing hot dogs by hand, working every job, from sweeping the floors to packing product to load it on trucks.
The business is run by the family today. My two brothers, we're the third generation. Mama Dietz is still working every day. She's the second generation, and we've just, been fortunate enough to get the fourth generation to start to join us.
There was a closet full of toys that Lauren and I would play with, whenever we'd be in here, which, for a little kid, we were in here a lot. I think the colored magnet alphabet letters are still on my mom's filing cabinet that I played with when I was a little kid. At the end of the day, you're just getting more and more exposed to the company and the culture, and it just becomes that much more a part of you.
Coming here was just another opportunity to hang out with my family. I also have a lot of memories with my dad here as a kid, and I really always loved following him around. And that was sort of the way I began to learn the business.
Dietz & Watson makes about 2.5 million pounds a week of meats. And we make some cheeses also in our artisan cheese factory up in Corfu, New York, near Buffalo. Every single package gets inspected by human eyes and human hands. It's not the volume, it's the quality.
We're the first in the United States to put foam on the floor like this.
One of the reasons we use foam to keep the bacteria levels non-existent. The only preservative we use is cooking.
We're handcrafting, it's not all machine driven. We're trying to do it the best quality, the best way we possibly can do. That's why we do so many things by hand.
This is a honey dinner ham, and the glaze has some sugars and honey in it, and it has cloves, cinnamon, spices you'd use at home, and then it has to go back into the oven and get baked on.
And a lot of the recipes are from our grandfather and ones that have been modified and created since that time.
And we try to really keep that old world quality and that old world flavor that Dietz & Watson's so famous for.
So we did a buffalo chicken, came from an employee.
Look, our employees eat lunch here every day. They are customers of this company.
The most important part of our business is employees because we can't run this business without it.
My name's Phil Carnevale. I started in June 25th, 1973. You know, we did things the old ways, like they did in the old culture. We did everything by hand. We didn't have this modern technology because that was the time then. And this is how you expand with, you know, just not technology, but pride and a quality product.
Everybody watches out for each other. It's a good people to work with, and people from all over.
Where I come from? Vietnam.
My country is Honduras. Yeah, Central America.
I come from Hong Kong. I'm a Hong Kong people.
You learn a little bit of everything, different people's cultures and different people's ways, and it's interesting how everybody's from all over and gets along.
I was 18 years old. So, and I started from like a regular employee working as in a table. I started on 98. From there, I keep going up and up and up, and now I'm in charge of 45 people. Beautiful town.
I'm Michelle Hamilton. I work in Department 114, the packing. I've been here almost 14 years.
And I'm Sharon, and I've been here 25 years.
I enjoy the pie. It tastes real good.
If I'm at the deli counter and they can't decide what they want, I sort of, whisper Dietz & Watson in their ear.
Not quite last week. How about 28 years ago? You can always go to the family and talk with them if you have any kind of issues. We have great bosses here that make themselves available that you can go and talk to them.
Anytime I had a problem, I used to go in office and see Chris or Louis. They used to come up and help me out with the machine. And I remember sometimes some people don't come in to work. They used to put the work clothes on it and just work, just like a regular person. I think it's great,
Really makes the employees feel good to see the owners on the floor. I think it really says a lot. And they work with you and they treat you as you would want to be treated. You want to keep it family oriented.
All right, what we got? Let me see.
We're at Al's Corner on Vaughan and Tarsdale, Northeast Philly. And this is a deli we've had since 1976. My father started the business. Me and my three brothers and my sisters now own it. I've been cutting the product for 35 years now, you know what I mean? So you know when the product's cheaper and the product's better, and where the quality's at. And Dietz always had good quality and they stayed with it. That's why we stayed with them all these years. A lot of people come in and ask for Dietz & Watson product.
As people started to look for a better product, our name would pop up. You feel good that someone believed in you, and then you created trust.
We have over 450 items that we produce and sell on a weekly basis. No one in the industry is even close to that. And that really separates us from everyone else.
What's up, John?
How you doing, John?
I'm good.
Nice
How you doing?
to see you.
Here we go. Bought you one of our cranberry walnut chicken salad.
Oh, great.
Got 2 roast beef, 2 of those.
My name's Johnny Aubrey. That's my last name, but my nickname is Johnny Gabagool. That's a nickname that I received since I was 15 years old, since my parents opened up this place. It's a small local family deli that has been here almost 40 years, that was started by my parents and my uncle. A lot of Dietz & Watson product. Customers love it. They actually come in here and ask for it by name. They'll say, I'll have a pound of the Dietz & Watson roast beef. Everybody that comes in here asks, is Mama Dietz a real woman? I say, there she is right there, and I'm in the picture with her. And she was a lovely woman when I met her. Is she real? She's real, and real nice. And I did tell her how proud I am to have her product in our family business.
People on the outside wonder, what agency did you get this lady from? Where did you get this voice? And I go, there's no agency, it's Ruth. No, it can't be. And I guess it's Ruth, and she's really taken on this role as Mama Dietz.
Well, if I go out as Mama Dietz, they look at me and they think, I don't think you were real.
Believe me, she's real. She's my mother.
I think one of the reasons why I love the business is because when I came into the business, I saw tremendous potential.
We've seen huge growth. I can remember when the first tractor trailer rolled out of the place. It was, everybody stood down on the docks and we couldn't believe a tractor trailer was going. And now there's probably 50 a day rolling out of here.
We were a small regional company, almost a local company. And myself and my brother and sister have grown it into a national company.
We're in close to 40-some states. It doesn't matter whether it's a customer of a 5-pound box of hot dogs or a trailer of hot dogs. It's the same potent customer. Without the small one, you can't move ahead, and without the big one, you can't move ahead.
We love seeing the growth that we're experiencing now, and it's tremendous, but it's just a blip on what could be. I mean, the sky's really the limit.
When I think of our company, Dietz & Watson, I go back to my great-grandfather, and I think he really laid the foundation of focusing on quality and keeping that focus. And really nothing else matters. And if you focus on that one key element, you're going to be successful.
I guess he would be amazed. It's a shame he can't see it, but maybe he does see it.
I think he would want us to be happy. And when I say us, I mean the entire company. I think he'd want this to be a healthy environment for people to work in. As long as we are all happy, we're going to be successful, and we'll keep growing and expanding and honoring his legacy.